All right, so today we're going to do a deep dive into something pretty cool. We're going to talk about becoming a local influencer
I love it.
and maybe even building a business around it. We got this awesome article from a listener. It's going to be our roadmap. Got like a starter kit for anyone who wants to become like a local influencer. We're going to hit all the points. Finding your niche, building up that online presence, figuring out how to work with businesses
The collab.
and the money,
Yes.
how to make the money. And I'm talking about some serious cash here. Like we saw figures like $4,000 a month.
Wow.
But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's back up for a sec.
Yeah, let's set the stage.
What exactly is a local influencer? I mean, how's that different from just being,
An influencer.
right? Well, you know what I think is so exciting is the whole influencer landscape is changing. It's becoming less about chasing millions of followers and more about building those genuine connections with a specific audience, your local community. So this article defines a local influencer as someone who uses their platform. And that could be online or even just having strong ties within a certain town or city to promote local businesses and experiences. But what's the big deal with being local? I mean, why not just try to be a big-time influencer with, like, a massive following?
I think because focusing on your local community, it means less competition and bigger chance to build stronger connections, not just with the people that you're trying to reach, but also with the businesses that you're working with. You become a trusted voice. You're someone that actually knows the ins and outs of that area.
So you're not just another face in the crowd. You're, like, part of the fabric of that local scene. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
The article jumps right into finding your niche.
Yeah.
And it lists a bunch of the usual suspects like food, fitness, fashion.
Yeah.
But I was kind of wondering, I mean, are those really the best niches for somebody who's just starting out? What do you think?
Well, I think the most important thing is choosing something that you're genuinely interested in, because your passion will show, and that's what attracts people. So those popular niches, they may be a good fit for some people, but not for others. It's all about tapping into what you're already knowledgeable about and excited about, and seeing if that overlaps with your community's needs. Have you ever tried to build like an online presence around a particular niche?
Oh, totally. Back in college, I tried to be a book review influencer.
Oh, wow.
Thought it'd be amazing to get free books and share my thoughts with the world.
Right.
But it turns out talking about books on camera is way harder than it sounds.
Interesting.
I got super self-conscious
Oh.
and just ended up like abandoning the whole thing.
Yeah, I think that's a great example of why choosing the right niche is so important. It's not just about the topic itself. It's about finding something that you're comfortable and confident, sharing with the world. What about you? Have you seen any unexpected niches pop up in your research?
You know what's been catching my eye lately? Is people who focus on like local history or hidden gems in their city.
Ooh.
They're like modern day urban explorers.
Yeah.
Uncovering these fascinating stories and sharing them with their audience.
I love that.
It's so cool. I think there's a real thirst for that kind of hyper-local content.
Absolutely. And that plays right into the idea of providing value. It's not just
You're
about
right.
taking pretty pictures or showcasing the latest trends. It's about offering something unique and insightful, something that your audience can't find anywhere else. That's how you build a loyal following.
Right.
And once you've got that niche nailed down, then comes the question of which platform is the right fit.
Yeah, because Instagram might be great for like stunning food photography, but maybe TikTok's where you'd thrive with quick fitness tips.
Yeah.
Or maybe like you were saying earlier, it's not about any particular platform,
Yeah.
but about being deeply embedded in your community. Like maybe being super active in local Facebook groups or something.
Yeah. I mean, choosing the right platform is definitely key. But I think the bigger point is the quality of your content. Regardless of where you're sharing it, you're not just posting for fun anymore. You're building a business.
Oh yeah, things are getting serious. So let's talk business then. Specifically collaborations. This article suggests approaching local businesses directly, even offering to create some free content, just to get your foot in the door. That sounds kind of scary though. What if they say no?
It's all about positioning yourself. You're not just asking for a handout. You're offering a valuable service. Think of it like a business proposal. You need to clearly articulate how you can help them achieve their goals, whether that's increasing brand awareness, driving foot traffic, or generating leads.
And the article mentions some really cool ideas that go beyond just like posting a picture with their product,
Right.
like hosting workshops, creating local guides. What other unique collaborations have you seen out there?
One that I find fascinating is behind-the-scenes content for product launches or special events. It gives the audience that sneak peek. and builds anticipation, which is incredibly valuable for businesses.
I love that. Okay, but let's be honest.
Yeah.
The part we're all waiting for, the money.
The money.
This article breaks down the potential earnings for local influencers. And it's pretty impressive. It talks about sponsored posts, affiliate marketing, which always sounds kind of mysterious to me,
It can be.
and even things like event hosting and consulting. Plus, it gives this example of someone pulling in over $4,100 a month.
Wow.
Is that even attainable?
It's definitely possible, but I think it's important to unpack these different income streams and talk about what it actually takes to reach that level of success. Let's start with sponsored posts.
Okay, so with sponsored posts, a business basically pays you to feature their product or service in your content. But how do you make sure you're not compromising your authenticity? Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to recommend something I don't actually believe in.
You've hit on a crucial point. You need to be selective about the brands that you partner with and make sure that they align with your values and your audience's interests. It's about finding that sweet spot where your audience genuinely benefits from the recommendation and the brand gets that authentic exposure.
Got to be a win-win.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes total sense. Now, what about this affiliate marketing thing? How does that even work?
So imagine you're sharing your favorite local coffee shop with your followers. With affiliate marketing, you would include a unique link to their online store or a special discount code. And if someone buys something through your link, you earn a commission. It's like a digital referral system.
So you're getting a cut for sending customers their way. That's actually pretty smart. But how do you find these affiliate programs? And how do you integrate them naturally into your content without sounding like a walking advertisement?
That's where the real strategy comes in. And that's what we should dig into next.
Finding those affiliate programs and
Yeah.
making sure they sound natural in your content. That's got to be the tricky part.
Yeah, it definitely takes some finesse. A lot of businesses have their own affiliate programs, but there are also platforms out there specifically for connecting influencers with brands. The key is do your research and find programs that actually fit your niche and your values. You don't want to be pushing products you don't believe in.
Right. You got to walk the walk.
Exactly.
And then there's the whole like,
Making it sound natural part. I've definitely seen influencers do it badly. Or it's so obvious they're just trying to shove a product down your throat.
oh yeah, it's like a big turnoff.
Total buzzkill.
The best affiliate marketing feels organic. It's about weaving the product or service into your content in a way that feels helpful and relevant to your audience. Think
Yeah.
about it like this. If you were recommending this coffee shop to a friend, how would you do it?
I definitely wouldn't just shout the name and website at them.
Exactly. You would probably tell them about your favorite drink, describe the vibe of the place, maybe even share a funny story about a time you went there.
Yeah, I'd probably talk about how they make the best latte art. Exactly. You're providing context and value, not just a sales pitch. And that's the same approach you want to take with affiliate marketing.
Gotcha. So it's all about storytelling.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Now, what about event hosting? The article mentioned that as like a potential income stream for local influencers. I can kind of see how that would work, but how lucrative can it really be?
It really depends on the scale and type of event. You might partner with a local business to host a workshop or a class and charge a fee per participant. Or you could organize a larger community event, like a festival or a market, and generate revenue through ticket sales or vendor fees. There are tons of creative possibilities.
So that's where having a strong online presence and a dedicated local following really comes in handy. You're basically leveraging your influence to bring people together.
Exactly. You're not just an influencer anymore. You're becoming a community builder, a curator of experiences.
I get that.
And that can be incredibly rewarding, both personally and financially.
I think a lot of people underestimate the business savvy it takes to be a successful influencer. It's not just about posting selfies and getting free stuff. There's real strategy involved.
Absolutely. And that leads us to another potential income stream, consulting services.
Consulting.
Yeah. You might be surprised how many businesses struggle with their social media presence and would gladly pay for expert guidance.
So as a local influencer, you're not just promoting businesses, you're actually advising them on how to build their own online presence. I like that. It's like taking your influence to the next level. But where do you even start with something like that?
Well, it goes back to understanding your niche and your strengths. What are you particularly good at? Maybe you have a knack for creating engaging video content. Or perhaps you're a master of Instagram stories.
Maybe you're a hashtag whisperer. Is that a thing?
I think it should be.
Yeah.
The point is to identify the skills that you can offer and package them as consulting services. You could offer social media audits, content creation strategies, even one-on-one coaching sessions.
From influencer to influencer coach.
Exactly.
Okay. So we've got sponsored posts, affiliate marketing, event hosting, consulting. Oh, and the article also mentions content creation as a separate income stream. How is that different from, like, sponsored posts?
So with sponsored posts, you're promoting a specific product or service. Content creation is more about creating general content. Photos, videos, blog posts that businesses can then use for their own marketing purposes.
So you're essentially working as, like, a freelance photographer or videographer, but with a focus on creating content that's tailored for local businesses.
Precisely. And this ties back to our conversation about choosing a niche. Let's say you're passionate about local architecture and have a knack for photography. You could build a business, creating stunning visuals for local real estate agents, interior designers, even tourism boards.
This is blowing my mind. I'm seeing so many possibilities now. Okay, so we've got sponsored posts, affiliate marketing, event hosting, consulting, and content creation. 5 potential income streams. It's amazing how diverse the influencer landscape is, even at the local level.
It is. And that's one of the things that makes it so exciting. You can choose the income streams that best fit your skills and interests and build a business that truly reflects who you are.
Okay, this has all been super inspiring, but let's get real for a minute. Building any business, influencer or otherwise, comes with challenges. The article mentions things like building credibility, attracting followers,
Yeah.
and managing all those collaborations. It can feel kind of overwhelming, especially when you're just starting out.
Absolutely. Building a sustainable business takes time, effort, and a healthy dose of resilience.
Okay, so let's break down these challenges one by one. Starting with building credibility. Why is that so important for local influencers, and how do you actually do it?
It all comes back to trust. Your audience needs to believe that you're a reliable source of information and recommendations. And you build that trust by being authentic, transparent, and consistent.
So it's not just about having a lot of followers, it's about the quality of your interactions with them.
Exactly. It's about engaging with your audience in a genuine way, responding to their comments and questions, and showing that you care about their needs and interests.
And the article talks about collaborating with well-regarded businesses as a way to boost your credibility. I guess if you're partnering with respected brands, it reflects well on you.
Exactly. But it's important to be selective about your partnerships. Align yourself with businesses that share your values and have a good reputation in the community.
You know, one of the things that I think would be the scariest is dealing with negative comments or online trolls. It's one thing to share your thoughts with friends and family, but putting yourself out there publicly can be really intimidating.
It's a valid concern, and one that many influencers face. I think the key is to develop a thick skin and remember that not everyone is going to love what you do.
Easier said than done, though, right?
It definitely takes practice.
Okay, what about attracting followers? How do you get people to actually pay attention to what you're doing,
Uh,
especially when you're first starting out?
Well, consistency is key. Post regularly. Experiment with different content formats. And use relevant hashtags to make your content discoverable.
So it's like anything else. You have to put in the time and effort to build an audience. But it's not just about posting constantly. It's about posting quality content.
You've hit the nail on the head. It's not about quantity. It's about value. Create content that is engaging, informative, visually appealing, and relevant to your niche. Ask yourself, would I want to follow this account?
Good question. Okay, so consistency and quality are key. But what about standing out from the crowd? How do you make your voice heard when there are like so many other local influencers out there?
That's where choosing a unique niche and developing a strong personal brand comes in. What makes you different? What unique perspective or skill set can you offer?
So maybe it's not just about being like a food influencer.
Yeah.
But it's about being the go-to person for like gluten-free vegan desserts. Or
Yeah.
maybe you're not just a fitness influencer, but you specialize in adaptive workouts for people with limited mobility.
Exactly. The more specific and unique your niche, the easier it will be to stand out. And don't be afraid to let your personality shine through. People connect with people, not just polished facades.
So it's about being authentically you, even if that means being a little quirky or unconventional.
Exactly.
I like that. Okay, last challenge on our list. Managing partnerships. I can see how juggling all those collaborations could get messy if you don't have a good system in place.
Organization is crucial. The article suggests using tools like Trello or Google Sheets to keep track of everything. I personally love using project management software to manage my collaborations. It helps me stay organized, meet deadlines, and communicate effectively with my partners.
So you're basically running your influencer business like a real business.
It is a real business, and treating it as such will not only make you more successful, but also help you avoid potential headaches down the road.
Right. Got to stay organized. Okay, we've covered a lot of ground today. From finding your niche and building credibility, to navigating the world of affiliate marketing and managing partnerships. It's clear that becoming a successful local influencer is more than just posting pretty pictures on Instagram. It requires dedication, business savvy, and a genuine passion for your community.
It does, but it can also be incredibly rewarding, both personally and professionally.
We're almost out of time for today's deep dive, but before we wrap up, I want to circle back to the article's emphasis on long-term success. It talks about the importance of authenticity, continuous learning, and building a strong brand.
Those are the pillars of any successful business, and influencer marketing is no exception.
So how do you stay true to yourself while also adapting to the ever-changing landscape of social media? It seems like a delicate balance.
It is, but it's a balance worth striving for.
Yeah, it really is a balancing act. So much of social media feels like chasing trends, but this article really emphasizes having a strong personal brand. So how do you even figure out what that brand is?
I think it starts with a little bit of introspection. What are your core values? What are you passionate about? What makes you unique? Once you have a clear understanding of who you are and what you stand for, you can start to infuse those elements into your online presence.
So it's not just about finding a niche, it's about defining what you bring to that niche, what makes you stand out from all the other local foodies or fitness gurus or whatever.
Exactly. It's about creating a brand identity that is authentic and memorable and really resonates with your target audience. Think about the brands that you admire. What is it about them that appeals to you? What kind of feeling do they evoke?
Ooh, that's a good question. It's so easy to get caught up in the mechanics of posting and promoting and all that, but ultimately it really is about connecting with people on an emotional level.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. People are drawn to brands that they feel a connection with, brands that share their values and understand their needs.
This has been so insightful. You've given us a lot to think about. As we start to wrap up, I want to touch on one more thing that the article mentioned, continuous learning. How important is it to stay up to date on the latest social media trends, especially as a local influencer? It seems like things are changing so quickly.
Oh, it's crucial. The social media landscape is constantly evolving. New platforms emerge, algorithms change, audience preferences shift. What worked last year might not work today. You have to adapt to stay relevant.
So how do you do that? Are you constantly reading articles and taking courses, experimenting with new strategies?
It's a combination of things. I try to stay informed about industry news and trends. I experiment with new features and platforms. But most importantly, I'm always paying attention to what my audience is responding to. Their engagement is the ultimate feedback mechanism.
That's a great point. It's not just about chasing what's trendy. It's about understanding what resonates with your specific audience.
Exactly. Your audience is your greatest asset. Listen to them, learn from them, and adapt your strategies accordingly.
I think that's a great takeaway. For anyone looking to build a successful online presence, whether you're a local influencer, a small business owner, or just someone who wants to share their passion with the world.
Absolutely. It all comes back to being authentic, providing value, and staying connected to your audience.
Well, this has been an incredible deep dive into the world of local influencing. We covered everything from finding your niche and building credibility to monetizing your influence and navigating the challenges of building a business online. I hope our listeners are feeling as inspired as I am. It's clear that becoming a successful local influencer is more than just a side hustle. It's a chance to build a real business, connect with your community, and make a positive impact.
And for anyone out there who's ready to take the leap, remember, it's a journey, not a destination. Embrace the challenges, celebrate the successes, and never stop learning.
That's a great way to put it. So there you have it, folks. Our deep dive into becoming a local influencer. Remember, the most important ingredient is passion. If you're excited about what you're doing, that enthusiasm will shine through and attract people who share your interests. So go out there, find your niche, build your brand, and start sharing your unique voice with the world. Who knows? Maybe one day we'll be featuring you as a success story right here on The Deep Dive. Until next time, keep diving deep.